is RBRadio.com.
Welcome to Made in Brum, and you've just heard Far by Future Fires. And our guest on this week's show will be The Claws, who are fast gaining a huge following locally, and for good reason, and are mine and Julianne's tip for a band to watch in 2018. Claws will be joining us directly after the band's debut single, which was released in 2016, called Shut Me Out.
right time when I'm drunk chasing after you. I feel like the sunlight is a strobe light, and I can't get you out of my head. I feel like the best time was the right time, and I still can't get you out of my bed. And it's a feeling I don't get no more, and I just can't explain why. You shouldn't have shook me out my love. And you are always on my mind, the best of times. I know you're alright. I hate to see you go, but I just wanna be whole again. Let me understand why I couldn't reach out to you. The weather was bleak and your signal was weak, but I'm still looking out for you. And I feel like the moonlight was my street light, and I can't get you out of my head. And I feel like the worst times was the right time, but I still can't get you out of my head. And it's a feeling I don't get no more, and I just can't explain why. You shouldn't have shook me out my room. And you are always on my mind, the best of times. I know you're alright. I hate to see you go, but I just wanna be whole again. And you are always on my mind, the best of times. I know you're alright. I hate to see you go, but I just wanna be whole again. And it's strange to see you again. I feel like something's missing. I don't wanna hear you say anything you don't need. And it's falling down. Everything you try and do. Don't stand around and watch me, babe, when I just can't get you out of my head. No. Get you out of my head. No.
And we're very pleased to welcome onto the show Pierce, Liam, Johnny and Noel from The Claws. Welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to introduce everybody to your band. Now, I know, Pierce, you're from Alton Solihull.
Yep.
Liam is from Kingshurst.
Yeah, man.
Where are Johnny and Noel from then?
Shirley, just down the road from Pierce.
And I'm also from Alton and Solihull.
Where did you all meet?
Me, Johnny and Noel met at school, so we've known each other since we were about 12. Well, Johnny and I have known each other since primary school, but we were in a band from like start of secondary school, and just knew Liam from music around in that area.
Yeah.
And then he begged to join a band one day. The rest is history. The rest is history.
And my old band used to practice where you used to practice, and then we just kind of used to say hello in passing.
I mean, your first release, Shut Me Out, which we played, was January 2016. Was you performing as a band before that, or was that roughly the time that you first started?
Actually, that record was only out about 2-3 months after we actually got together. So Liam joined us, it was about 2015, Christmas 2015, and then we had a single out within about 2.5 months. Less than that, actually.
It was like January, because we played the gig and then it came out like a week later.
Oh yeah, so we had it done within like a month, and it was just out.
And hit the mark, because it got a lot of airplays as well.
Yeah, people seem to dig it. So the guys we recorded at So-Called Studios in Aycott's Green, and the lads there are lovely and stuff. The equipment wasn't like quite industry standard, but the lads there were lovely, and you know, first recording of a tune, like, you're not hoping for Abbey Road, it's just
Yeah,
you can dream. That's right.
It was a great start.
Oh, it's a good tune.
Okay, so we're going to play another track from your band.
Yeah, it's Golden Age, our second single.
and that was the second single from the band. Great release, another one. Well, I can't do that again.
Yeah. So you sure what you're talking about?
That was the second single from The Claws. And we're going to talk about now the Birmingham Music Awards. You was up for Best Indie Band.
Yep.
What was the awards like, and how did you feel to be nominated?
It's good crap, really. We were honoured to be nominated. There was a lot of every band on the line. It was class. So we didn't go into it expecting to win anything. Yeah, it was a good night. It was a good crowd of people there. It was good to network with people we've not met before.
So everyone in one place, like creative in Birmingham, like whether it's like photographers, labels, management, everything. So it's good to just network around them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was sold out, wasn't it? Was it sold out? Well, there was a fair few people anyway.
Up against some really great bands, and SUGARTHIEF took the award for Best Indie.
Yeah, they did. Fully deserve, man.
Absolutely.
Big fans, good lads as well. So
I watched you on Saturday at the Castle of Falcon, and they were there to support you and RISCAS, which is nice to see that fellow bands out there are coming to support other Birmingham bands.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? There's no kind of
rivalry, man.
Competition and I'm not going to see them. Like, they're in the same movement as us. It's sort of like, come along, just have a good time. And
we're going to have your first Birmingham band choice. Which band and which song have you gone with?
Yeah, Speak of the Devil, SUGARTHIEF, Joy Affair.
IVORYWAVE.com.
Welcome back to part 2 of Made in Brum. You're listening to The Claws.
So we've just listened to Ivory Wave with Separate Beats, and Ivory Wave supported the Twang just before Christmas. So is this a sort of band that you would like to support and tour with?
Yeah, I mean, I know Liam's a big fan of the Twang. There was kind of talk about us doing it last year and it just never happened. Maybe we'll do it this Christmas, man. You never know.
Exactly. So I'd like to talk a little bit about the style of the band. So if you'd like to go through where you get your influences with your style and how you dress.
Go on, we'll start with Liam.
Style? I like loads of different things, man. I'm like big on like the 90s kind of Britpop. So I love like Fred Perry and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then I love like 60s, like the Rolling Stones, that kind of thing.
Because you've all got a really unique style, and the way it sort of merges together, it is quite unique and it's quite special.
Yeah.
So you're 90s.
Yeah, so it's into all your subculture kind of stuff, really.
Wicked.
Narrowed it down, yeah.
And you, Piers?
I'm a big 80s kid, I am. A massive Rolling Stones fan. Like, I get a lot of style influence from like Mick Jagger. And
He's a bit of a style icon, isn't he? Let's face
kind
it.
of thing. But yeah, I love the 80s as well, man. Just what Liam said, all that subculture, fashion.
Yeah.
Just
You're all very different with it as well. And you, Johnny and Niall, what about you guys?
I'd say I'm more. A lot of it comes from the '60s, so like the Beatles. A lot of it, you know, like McCartney and that. He used to think he dressed proper cool, and the Who always looked quite good as well. You know,
nice. A bit of Weller in him as
a lot
well.
of that, yeah. Weller, yeah, of course, yeah, and Blur in that man, like Damon Albarn.
Yeah, I said
he
Blur.
looked
Yeah,
proper cool in the 90s
proper cool
and
guy.
that.
So there's a lot of 80s influences within you guys and your music. So tell us a bit about that.
I think the good thing about us is that we're all influenced by a lot of different kind of styles. I mean, myself and Liam are very kind of Rolling Stones, take a lot of influence from that, and then kind of mix that in with 80s that I'm proper into. Yeah.
And then 90s as well. Yeah, there's definitely 90s in there.
Yeah, well, when people ask us to kind of describe the style of music, we always kind of say like 80s groove, 90s attack.
I like it.
I'd like to know which 80s bands that you're into.
Myself, I could go on for that. I could go on forever. I love Echo and the Bunnymen. Bands like New Order, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Teardrop Explodes, Mad Band, and then I could sit here for hours.
Yeah, we're reeling them all off. Some great bands there.
But yeah.
So we're going to go and take your third single choice. So if you'd like to introduce it for us.
That one's one of our own. It's 16, our third single.
All the struggles of being 16. Said, are you shy? As your hand grazed at my thigh in the back of an A to B. All I could do was sigh. You blew a kiss goodbye and rattled my mind like a tambourine. But I was so naive in my younger days. Oh, oh. And when will it all go wrong for us? Just can't help myself. I'm trying to sneak into a club when I ain't got no ID. I'm running out of time to sneak a key in the line, but this bouncer's got his eyes on me. I caught him on the slide as I snuck in behind two girls who got me in for free. I'm in awe as your lips wrap round a straw of a strawberry daiquiri. But I was so naive in my younger days. Oh, oh. And when will it all go wrong for us? Oh, oh. I just can't help myself. I was so naive in my younger days. And when will it all go wrong for us? So we've just listened to 16, which is your third single, which is doing really, really well. So clearly you've got a really great fan base. You've got some serious dedicated fans out there. So if you'd like to tell us about your fans and how that's working for you guys.
Yeah, we're very lucky in the fact that We've got a lot of people who take an interest in us. There's a few. You're probably better at naming them than I will. I'll forget someone.
Well, I mean, there's 40,000 on Spotify, so that's quite a few.
Yeah, well, we've got like the main ones from Birmingham that we've more like become friends with. Do you know what I mean? I think Kieran Corcoran is a main one because he was well aware of my old band before. And I joined these, and he comes to one of our gigs, and honestly, he messaged me the other day, and he said he must be on at least 20 or 30.
That's
and
amazing.
I can't even say that's wrong.
So really dedicated
and then
fans.
Not only that, he's done vlogs for us, took photos, he's done loads of stuff.
So getting involved in helping you on your
He's
journey.
really got involved. Not only that, like he'll pay for the merch, he'll come to the gigs, and he'll, you know what I mean, even the ones that aren't exactly in town. For example, Castle and Falcon isn't, you know what I mean, in the city centre, but he can still come. Dave Parker.
Yeah,
he's like one of the old.
Well, it's one of the band dad, isn't it?
Yeah, he's like our band dad. Yeah, and he comes to a lot, and he's seen us as support, and then he's come to everyone since. He's brought the t-shirts, and he's even brought his daughters to the gigs now.
Amazing.
So, yeah,
that's so cool.
There's loads. Honestly, if I went through, I'd be upset that I missed some because I'd think about them later.
Brandon and that. Who do
Yeah,
the
no,
merch
all
for
our
us.
pals now that like, come and do the merch, and not only that, follow us to other cities and help us set up. Because
So all your mates get involved as well as support you at
shows.
shows and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like a family. Like we always say, like our gigs are like family parties.
That's
You know what I mean?
amazing.
You know,
That's
you
a good
see
way
it
to
on,
describe it.
And then, yeah, so I think that's a big reason why loads of people come.
Cool.
But yeah, we're just happy that it can bring people together and that they want to get involved so much with us. Like,
Yeah. At the same time, it was just more random. It was like every single
this gig,
time.
the most recent gig was more random fans. I remember going outside for a cigarette and there was like just random people buying the merch and stuff.
So there's new fans growing all the time, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So we've just listened to 16, and Alex VR is your producer who's done a lot of your singles apart from the first. So you'd like to tell us about your experience working with Alex and what you've got. Any plans for a new album?
Alex is an absolute geezer, man.
He's like our fifth member.
Yeah, he's worked with us from our second single through to now. He's a real nice guy. He puts a lot of effort in. I mean, you get a lot of producers in Birmingham and stuff that you'll go in and they'll have like a set clock time limit on where you've got to finish. So you got 6 hours in the studio. By that time, you got to have everything done.
And that's your time. There's no like.
And then that's it.
leniency.
If you want any more, you got to pay for it.
Exactly.
I mean, if we had that 6 hour time limit, we'd be.
Especially with
We spend 6
Well,
hours just having a laugh.
on our EP for like
We spend
a
6
4
hours just having a laugh and just a chat with him. So
Especially with Golden Age stuff, because he works like, full time.
Yeah, he
and
does.
He's got
His own band, Three Knuckle
he's got
Shuffle.
his own band, and he's
Great band.
He's got a babby and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was having us in at like 5 in the morning to go through till 11, and then we both go to work.
Go
and
to
then
work.
Then he'd drop you to work.
Top fella. Big up, Alex. Well done, mate. So, have you got any plans for an album coming out soon?
sitting at home, I know we have enough tunes, or that are sitting like just in a book at my house that we can put in an album. Like if we wanted to at this moment, we could release an album, but you know you got to kind of be smart about it. You can't just jump into an album. It's got to be at the right time. You've got to have the right following. And there's got to be a gap for it as well.
Exactly. And with your writing, so how do you all write together? So do you all get involved in the songwriting? Who does what? Tell us about how you create your music.
Well, for the first few tunes you'll hear on Spotify, so Shut Me Out, Golden Age and 16, predominantly the music was done by drummer Niall, and then I'd write the lyrics. But yeah, so Tokyo was more of a
that was our first joint effort.
That was like a collaborative.
That was our first joint effort.
That was like a collaborative thing. I think we just kind of were sitting on it for months. And we didn't think much of it, and then we had it in the studio, and it just kind of worked.
Kicked.
Brilliant. So if you'd like to introduce us your next track, please tell her who it is and the name of the track.
Next track is by a band called RISCAS. It's called Right Kinda Day.
Find a better day. You can't think about me. Cause you say that you want to go back, but you see me at the Lazarus. You see me at the Lazarus. Cause you know.
SUGARTHIEF.com.
Welcome back to Made in Brum. You've just heard Gino by the DEXYS Midnight Runners, chosen by me, Johnny from the Claws.
Great track, classic tune.
Yeah.
So, guys, you're on a busy promotional tour at the moment, promoting your single Tokyo. So you've just recently done Manchester, Birmingham, Worcester, Glasgow. How have these gigs gone down? They've been good?
Brilliant, man. A big turnout for all of them. Cracking time on the road. I mean, a bit of bonding time between us.
Great stuff, great stuff.
Need a
So
holiday.
you've got Stoke-on-Trent coming up soon, supporting Alma. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, just.
Well, I'm pals with Alma, and they've all said, like, do you want to come on this? And we've always had something on every time. And then they want to say we're moving the date kind of around us. But then this come up and we buzzing.
Exciting
they're really good in big band in Stoke.
It wasn't really meant to be. It wasn't an official kind of tour. It was. We had a date out of town, and then it was like, oh, they all fall on kind of
The same.
apart from the Stoke gig, which is a little while after, but they all like fell on the same kind of week. So we're like, oh,
Brilliant.
we may
So
as
they're
well
all
just
back to back within a couple of
we may
days,
as well
weren't
just
they?
kind of broadcast it as a little bit of a soiree around the UK.
Yeah.
So your biggest gig to date, your sellout gig, was at the Institute in Birmingham, supporting Candid Carcosa and the Carnival Club. So tell us a little bit about that and how that went down.
We were really flattered, actually, like all four of us. Just 300 people in a room. If you said that to us like 2-3 years ago,
You
we'd be
wouldn't have
like,
believed it.
get out of here.
I know.
But yeah, no, it was a cracking night, man. It was just a real good celebration of
How
like
far we've come.
yeah.
Yeah, and you've worked with the brilliant Mikey Johns with This Feeling as well, haven't you? And you've
Yeah.
obviously supported the Blinders at the Sunflower Lounge.
Yeah,
and you've
man.
obviously done the Castle and Falcon in Birmingham.
Yeah.
So you've been lucky to be part of some really great gigs.
Yeah.
Yes. So the Tokyo release, obviously at the Sunflower Lounge, coming out now, or is it already out?
been out. There's
The 6th, which is where I was
Yeah,
going.
no, the Tokyo release was for the O2 gig we just done.
Right, that's where I was getting confused.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go in and play the track?
So we're going to play the track now. So if you'd like to introduce it for us.
Yeah, this is our latest single. It's called Tokyo.
A sudden epidemic originating in the Midlands is being described as the biggest nightlife craze seen in years. It entices those in search for recreation instead of prohibition, liberation over mere satisfaction, desire or dust. In a recent briefing, said epidemic has been hailed as public enemy number 1 to youth culture in our society. This comes after reports of a new craze, a craze never seen before, a craze called Tokyo.
Sky high, I'm seeing through you. Can you see for a minute? Tonight, down low, I wanna lose control or dig a deeper hole that's blue. What's wrong, honey? Are you dissatisfied? Because whatever you gave me's made me feel alive. Two-tone lover dressed in black and white, thinking you're one of a kind when you're on Tokyo's finest. Sky high, I'm seeing through you. Can you see for a minute? Tonight, down low, I wanna lose control or dig a deeper hole that's blue. Look around the room, but all I see is you. I don't know what you do that makes the needle hit the groove. Don't know what this is that makes me feel so fly. Two-tone leather dressed in black and white. I look around the room, but all I see is you. I don't know what you do that makes the needle hit the groove. I don't know what this is that makes me feel so fly. A two-tone lover dressed up in your black and white. Do you feel it now? Do you feel it now? Do you feel it now?
Okay, so you've just heard the new track from The Claws, which is doing really well at the moment. So tell us a bit about how it's doing, and obviously you released it late at night.
Yeah, I think it was a midnight release when it came out on Spotify. It was received really well when it came out. Like it was a big change for us musically. We kind of went from kind of that indie,
Jangly kind
jangly kind of sound, and kind of switched it to a bit of like rock and roll with a bit of a groovy beat behind it. Feel it's something the industry is missing a bit at the moment. Just a bit of like kind of different influences I think people can take out of it.
The big one. I was like, when I did the bass line for it, I was listening to a lot of Stone Roses kind of thing at the time. I was taking a lot of out of his bass lines and a lot of Paul McCartney as well, you know, just playing around with melodies and stuff like that on the bass.
How's it doing? Is it?
Yeah, it's doing really well. We released our music video as well for it, which received real well. And that was the first kind of visual shoot we've done. That hasn't been a live video. Yeah. There wasn't much story behind the video. It was just more focused on us as a band, so you get to see who we are.
Yeah, I remember like when it come out. I think it did come out at midnight, but I'd work at 6 a.m. and I had my phone like on the side doing pot wash, and it just started vibrating. And everyone was saying like, "Oh, like brilliant track," and we didn't even know it come out. I checked. I was like, "Oh, thanks a lot."
See, I had it sent across by my daughter Leah, and I've got to give a shout out to Leah now because she stopped up to wait for it to come out. So, if you want to guys give her a shout out for me, please.
Shout out to Leah, man. Thank you very much for getting behind us.
An absolutely amazing track, and I'm really pleased that it's doing well for you.
Yeah, she's a good supporter.
She was there with me, and we watched you at the Castle and Falcon with RISCAS a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was lovely to meet her.
Yeah,
and telling like her pals and stuff. Obviously,
yeah.
Word of mouth is still such a strong point. Obviously, it's more kind of social media and stuff now, but still word of mouth. Telling your pals if you had this band, I think it goes a lot more than what people think. Like, to even put it out there and tell someone, even if you don't like it.
Quite young, your fans as well, and they're very dedicated to the band.
Yeah. It's because a lot of the songs we've got out are kind of centred around being young and stuff, so it's people who are that age can like, oh, that sounds like my Friday night. That does.
We're coming to the end of the show. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you all. It's really great to see that bands around here are doing well. It just leaves us now for the last play-out track, which is a band or artist that's been an inspiration to you musically. Which band and which track are you going to go with?
Turn the Page by a band called The Streets. Musically, they're not really a big influence, because there's a different kind of style, but lyrically and the way they write about things and the way they've done it in like the form of bringing it out and making something from Birmingham and kind of putting it on the map like really resonated with us as people and musicians. So yeah, big inspiration. And we were lucky enough to meet him as well and tell him that, and he's a lovely bloke and he had a lot of time for us. So.
Turn the page on the day, walk away. Cause there's sense in what I say. I'm 45th generation Roman, but I don't know them or care when I'm spitting. So return to your sitting position and listen, it's fitting. And I'm miles ahead and they chase me. Show your face on TV, then we'll see. You can't do half, my crew laughs at your rhubarb and custard verses. You rain down curses, but I'm waving your hearses driving by. Streets riding high with the beats in the sky. All stare, eyes glazed, garage burned down, the fire raged for 40 days and in 40 ways. But through the blaze they see it fade, the sea of black, the beaming heat on their faces. Then a figure emerges from the wastage, eyes transfixed with a piercing gaze. One hand clutching his sword, raised to the sky. They wonder how, they wonder why. The sky turns white, it all becomes clear. They felt lifted from their fears. They shed tears in the light after 6 dark years. Young bold soldiers, the fire burns, cracks and smoulders. 5 years older and wiser, the fires are burning on fire, never tire. Slay warriors in the forests and on higher. We sing, hear the strings rising. The war's over, the bells ring. Memories fading, soldiers slain. Looks like geezers raving. The hazy fog over the bull ring. The lazy ways the birds sing. A new baby's born every day. Few men may be scorned today, but look at things the other way, cause it may well be your final day. And then the crowds roar, they slay, they all say, I produced this using only my bare wit. Give me a jungle, a garage beat, and admit defeat. Use war and past injuries, my metaphor is simile. Get all applications into me before the deadline, cause it's a fine line between strife for crimes and a life for crime. But you will reach the day, and it's all mine. You can take it or leave it. I shake and reveal stage tricks like Jimi Hendrix. In the afterlife, gladiators meet their maker. Float through the wheat fields and lakes of blue water to the next life from the fortress. Away from the knives and slaughter to their wives and daughters. Once more before the Lord judges over all of us. It's in this place you'll see me. Brace yourself, cause this goes deep. I'll show you the secrets, the sky and the birds. Actions speak louder than words. Stand by me, my apprentice. Be brave. Clench fists.
Thanks for joining us on this week's show, and our final track is from the band Three Knuckle Shuffle with a track called I've Been Away from the World. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.
SRBRadio.com.